I did it again. Let me go and snag the, sage or something. We need it. Okay, I'm back. Let me just tell you all, I just finished an Instagram reading, and poo is about to hit the fan. Energetically, I'm just going to say lots of skeletons are going to be unearthed. That was the gist of the Instagram. I was using Sacred Destiny. Here's some Palo Santo. Let's bring some happy in. Okay, bring happy in. Happy. Yay. Okay, so I'm going to smudge these. So, anyway, so I use the Mystic Shaman deck over over on the reading that I did on Instagram. And let me just say, it was 3 cards, and not one of it was cool. It was talking about a really intense energy coming in that will last a cycle. So if we're looking at, car just flew down. If we're looking at that, so I'm going to say 28 days. So we've got 28 days from beginning to completion of an energy that's coming in that essentially is unearthing people's skeletons. So these little truths about ourselves that many of us kind of like try to hide are going to come to the surface. And I'm like, I don't know if I like this. So I pulled the Angels and Ancestor deck, and I'm like, please, boyfriend, show up so that I know everything will be okay. But, so anyway, I'm using the Angels and Ancestors deck because I said, let's get a different perspective to the energy that's coming in, because chance always favors a prepared mind. So if I know bad energy or negative energy or consequences maybe coming up, I can start getting my ducks in a row in my life, in my house, whatever. Okay, those didn't come out. So we're going to go with a 4-card reading. So that means that we've got the energy coming in, obstacle, help, and outcome. So let's take a look at the first one, because at least I feel a little bit better. I like using the Angels and Ancestors deck. It gives me a different perspective often to what's going on in and around. When I'm doing a personal reading, I know it's in and around me. When I'm doing a reading like this, it's an in and around all of us together. So this is a time of seeing things from a higher perspective, a broader perspective. Hey, good morning, Patty. One of the things that I'm going to say on this, when I'm looking at this card and considering what I had just read through the through the Mystic Shaman deck, is that it's about looking at things from a broader perspective, a higher perspective, a greater perspective. We sometimes focus just on our little corner of the, our little sliver of the world, that sometimes we forget about the whole picture. And that's what this energy here is saying, is that it's like, wait, I know you're freaking out, but stop and let's look at the whole picture. Look at the whole picture of what's going on. All right, so that's the energy that's coming in. Now let's take a look at what our obstacle is. And I'm getting Henny Penny, or Chicken Little, Henny Penny, the sky is falling, the sky is falling. And everybody's in a state of panic and clucking around and running around. And it's like, wait. Make plans and focus. And that was something that I mentioned in the other reading, is that now is the time to make sure you have all of the loose ends taken care of, and that you're putting things into play in order to kind of secure yourself in this situation. So if you're looking at this, it's like, yeah, we have an intense energy coming in. Chance always favors a prepared mind. What are you doing to get your ducks in a row? What are you doing to get your ducks in a row? I was kind of caught off guard last night, and I lost my chicken coop, essentially. It's kind of broken up in pieces in my backyard on top of my plants. Yeah. So that's something I'm going to have to, take care of. So I look at that in a personal way. What are we looking at? Okay, a little bit wider is what other damage was done in my city, and what can I do as a citizen to help people recover through that? Because I'm going to help myself recover, of course, but what are we going to do? That's what this make plans and focus is about. What are you doing in order, to prepare or to recover from any kind of damage? Okay. Now what's interesting is this is what our help is, and our help is talking about unlocking the magic within, but it's in a reverse position. So I'm going to interpret it like this. There is not enough spells that you could conjure that will replace the experience that is required for this cycle of you actually engaging into that vibration physically and emotionally and mentally, and connecting in to resolve and clear and create. Do not buy time by creating magic in resolution. So I'm going to break it down like this for some that might need it like this. You cannot fix things that are in peril with magic or spells. You can throw a little love, a little prayer, but if some and many things need to work out in a particular manner, you might be able to buy a little time, but it won't fix the situation, if that makes any clarified sense to you. I know it sounds really weird, but it's like sometimes things will be going crazy in somebody's life or on somebody's path, and they'll go, well, I'll go and do this candle spell and it'll fix it. This particular season, or not season, cycle that's coming in, spells aren't going to fix it. It might buy a time, but it's not going to fix it. This is something that we physically have to go through in order to gain a higher self, a higher consciousness, a connection in with that higher consciousness. Sometimes we got to walk through hell in order to experience heaven. That's the basic message that just came in on that card. Now, the outcome, I'm like, dang, but I get it. So let's take a look at that last card, the outcome. And the outcome here is you're on your own in many essences. And it's important that you do not, and I'm going to use this phrase, don't waste your time on people that are not vested in creation with you. Okay? Don't waste your time on people, places, or events that you are not experiencing a synergistic effect with. If you are not in vibe with this, it is totally okay to leave these people, places, and events in the past behind you. Okay, alright, so the message is a little softer here than what it was on Instagram, thank goodness. Because on Instagram it was like, baby, poo's about to hit the fan, and guess what? We're going to be caught in the, the crosswinds. And I'm like, oh crap, I do not want to be there. Let me get a clarification. And it's like, yeah, but okay, it's a great time for you to focus on who you are, where you're going, what you want to do. And if things are not in vibration with where you want to be successful and achieve your higher self, it is perfectly okay to say goodbye to those people, places, or events that are no longer in your vibration. Whew. Mystic Shaman made me feel like, oh my God, the whole world's going to fall apart. And I'm so glad that I came over to the angels and ancestors to get a different perspective. Because even though it's going to be some rough waters that we're going through, or we're sailing on, we're essentially going to hit that smooth, calm bay where we can relax. We just have to kind of unload some of the minutia in our life that really has no more meaning. So I hope you enjoyed the reading. Please love the video, comment, and share this video so that we can get the word out and share cool, groovy things with other people. Peace.